Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Monday night reads that has yet to have a title yet. Fine, we'll figure it out.
We'll brainstorm later.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm not the one that comes up with names. We know this.
Hey, Brianna, did you know you're live?
Oh, wow. Don't worry, I just got a
notification. Nice.
Anyway.
Now you know that at least one person gets your notifications right away.
Yay! Well, I'm joined by Margaret, who you've seen on my channel multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
She's a regular here.
Working on it.
There you go. Yeah, go for those of you that are new. Why don't you introduce yourself, Margaret?
Hi, I am Margaret. I am the word nerd, as you can tell by my name. Or the letters on the screen. You know what I mean. I am messy as can be, and I really like fantasy writing and Batman. That's what I talk about. And also apparently toxic masculinity, because I have an entire video ranting about it now. So, if you want to hear someone rant about feminism and stuff, it happens on my channel. Well, also applying it to fantasy books and Batman.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I have her channel linked down below. If you're not already subscribed to her, you definitely should be. Her chaotic energy matches mine.
Even when my videos are like the ones that I've edited, you can still see spikes of my chaos happening in the video, even when I've edited out most of it.
I love it. It makes me happy. Well, we have a couple of people joining us. Maya.
Oh, I need to probably get the comments up so I can see them.
And It's a Simple Life. Hello. We are going to be doing some reading tonight. Margaret, what are you going to be reading?
I am reading the first book in the Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle. I'm supposed to have this finished by tomorrow night, because it's our Demigods Anonymous pick for the month, and tomorrow's the live show in theory. My co-host
last month.
Well, it was supposed to be not this most recent weekend, but the weekend. No, it was supposed to be the first weekend in September. And then, one of the co-hosts had things that she was supposed to be doing. None of us had started the book, so we're just like,
book. Actually,
let's just move it. Let's just move it. And I'm enjoying it, but I am a little bit behind, and I haven't heard from either of the other co-hosts, so I don't know how they're doing. We may postpone a little bit further, which makes me feel justified for not having announced it on our Twitter. There
you go.
So,
I mean, it's not like it's not a reread for you.
I actually haven't read this one yet.
No way. There's a Rick Riordan book you haven't finished yet?
There are at least 5. There were more at the beginning of this year. This was when I kind of fell off the Rick Riordan wagon train, because I wasn't Magnus Chase, the first book, wasn't my favorite thing in the world. And so I just kind of got stuck on Hammer of Thor and didn't pick up any of his books after that, and just kept rereading Percy Jackson.
Gotcha. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, I had to anyways. So now I have it though, and I have a reason to read it, and we're getting through these. Once we get through this series, we're going to move on to his Rick Riordan Presents line and read all of those.
Gotcha.
So it'll be fun.
Cool. Well, everyone in the comments, let me know what you guys are reading tonight.
Yeah, I'm curious.
If you haven't already, grab your book, grab a drink, grab dinner, whatever.
Does anyone need any advice picking a book?
Yeah, we can do that.
Would you rather?
Yeah, right? There you go. I finished my audiobook today, and so now I'm starting a new one.
What audiobook? Oh, I never mind.
I finished Anxious People today.
Okay.
And now I don't have an audiobook, but I'm going to be starting The Burning God by R.F. Kuang.
I need to read that series, but I want to read.
Oh my God, you haven't read it?
I haven't, but part of that is because I know a lot of it is based off of the rape of Nanking, and I want to actually read a nonfiction about that so that I will get more of the references. Okay. And because I know a lot of people's complaint is that they didn't understand enough of it, which it's a fiction book. It's not, its job
right.
is.
But it is really based off of that war.
Yeah. So I want to understand it a little bit better when I read it. Also, it's a huge, long book, and I knew it was part of a series.
And also, just, know going into it, there's no romance.
That's right. I knew that. That's part of why I haven't picked it up.
There is, at least in the first book, there is no romance. In the second book, there's like a little bit of like will they, won't they? And
okay,
then
here's the question. Do we meet the will they, won't they other character? Do we know both of those characters in the first book?
we know all three.
Okay. All right. See, that'll still work for me because like I loved Skyward. There's no romance, but you can see it coming.
Right. Yeah. No.
I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be slow burn, and I'm gonna like it so much.
Oh yeah. All right.
Brandon Sanderson doesn't hurt me again.
Simply X Maya is reading Illuminae. Such a good book.
Another series I need to finish.
I'll be really curious to see what you think of the last one, because the last one was my least favorite in the trilogy, but most people like that one the most.
I got like to 100 pages to the end and got distracted by Blackathon and just never picked it back up. And I've loved most of it so far because I like the big ensemble books.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like, you would like it.
The fact that we're getting characters that I love from book 1 and book 2 coming in as long
it feels like a crossover episode.
Yeah, so I know I'm going to love it. I just Illuminae is one of those ones that I wanted to read physically first.
Right.
So
I would like to reread that because I just listened to it audibly like while driving, so I actually have not like physically looked through pages.
Yeah.
So I'd like to reread it. And
yeah, I own Obsidio. I don't own the first two because my brother was like, well, you haven't read this one. I don't want to get you a book that you've read. I was like, if it's on my wish list, I want it.
Right. Kay's Simple Life is reading The House on the Cerulean Sea. I'm starting that one, I think, this weekend. That is actually the Literary Alliance's group book for September. And I don't know whose channel the live show is going to be on, because Crystal's still like debating actually doing a channel, but this was her pick because it was her birthday. So I don't know if it's going to be on her channel or mine. We'll see. But I'm really, really excited to pick up that book because like I don't think I've ever seen someone rate it less than 3 stars.
Nice.
Elizabeth's Spooky House of Books is reading a horror book called Insects. Yeah, no, I can't. No. I don't do bugs. Especially not in a horror book.
I had a brother. I didn't have a choice.
I mean, I don't have a problem like killing spiders or anything like that, but like I don't want to read about bugs.
See, I was the girl at work that all of the other girls came to get to kill the spiders and stuff. I'm just like,
I mean, I grew up on a farm. Like we had insects, but like I don't want to read about them crawling all over people.
that doesn't sound like fun.
No. I want to read The House on the Cerulean Sea. Well, you should join us for our book club. We have a Goodreads group.
Oh, speaking of Goodreads groups, I need to make a note.
I happened to get it when I was on sale on Amazon. I mean, it sounds fascinating in theory, but I don't know that I could actually read something like that. You won't want to meet the bugs. No, I do not. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to be reading The Burning God. I don't remember. Yeah, I already talked about that. It's been a Monday.
It has. Oh my God.
Like, I feel like Monday's a great night for this, but also Monday is a horrible night for this.
So I was going to settle in with my book and a piece of cake today. Because I made myself a cake, but I got home from work and immediately I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. I want cake. And I ate the cake then. That's the kind of day it's been.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to set a 20-minute timer.
Okay.
If I can remember how to do that. There we go.
I'm going to find some ambiance music so that I...
All right. Well, let's start, and I will see you guys in 20 minutes. This is not going to have like an alarm or anything like that. I'm muting it so that nobody gets jolted.
Cool.
Okay. See ya. And we're back.
Okay.
How did that one go?
You've gotten me right to where they're explaining finally what's going on, possibly.
That's the one thing about these reading sprints that I don't love, especially when you're hosting them, because like I'm stopping in the middle of a chapter, a middle of a paragraph.
Well,
You know,
let's see.
when you're doing Twitter sprints, you could just be like, "Oh well, they're stopping. I'm gonna keep going." But this one, I have to stop.
Yeah, I got from page 159 to 186. So someone else do the math.
Someone else do the math.
That's 27 pages, I think.
That's
So
not
that's
bad
not bad at all.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm reading it on my iPad, so I don't know page-wise, but I got to 6%.
It helps that one page is just mostly blank.
Well, no. It's fine. It still count.
I think I'm officially past the halfway point according to my thing.
And is this the one you're trying to finish tonight?
By 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
So if I have a little bit that I need to read on my lunch break and when I get home, I'm okay with that. But I want to get most of it done by the end of tonight.
Okay.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that as we get closer to when it gets tense, since this is a first time read, it's going to be hard for me to put down.
Right.
Capital letters.
You're going to be at one of those, you're going to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and be like,
yeah,
not
that. I'm trying to not do that because that's one of the quickest ways to tank my immune system, and I cannot afford to get sick right now.
No.
Like,
you have a readathon next week.
Well, that and like just in general with what's going on in the world.
Right. Fair enough.
So we finally gotten to the point where I'm starting to actually like Apollo and not think he's an insufferable prick.
Fantastic.
And 186 pages in.
Fantastic. I like she's not holding back.
Yeah.
This book. Like, I've already highlighted for content warning.
Oh wow.
In chapter 1. I was like, oh, I would get demonetized if we actually spoke about it, but like it was a little gross.
Yeah. I started when there are content warnings, I'll just be like, hey, they are in my description box. That way I don't have to worry about people who don't want them being mad about it. Like, you know where they are.
Right.
So.
Right. That's fine. Because like, especially for review, like when I get it on NetGalley or an author gives it to me, I always try to do a pretty in-depth Goodreads review. And so that's what my content warnings are for.
I'm still behind on my ARC reviews. I've read a bunch of them, but I need to.
Oh, but guess what's on NetGalley?
What's the name? Eve's book.
Yes. I have been following refreshing my email so much today.
Maybe if I actually get my ass in gear and get everything, like actually post some feedback for these books that I just finished, maybe I'll request it.
Well, I think I have like a less than 50%, but like
mine's in the teens or low 20s.
Oh. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Well, I have 3.
Hi, Doyle.
No, that's Zephyr, I think.
Oh, hi, Zephyr.
I have 3 NetGalley accounts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, because I was trying this experiment, there's a way to do it as media. And for some reason, even with low ratings, I still get approved for big titles.
Interesting.
On that one. So that's why. All right.
And then if you don't get approved, you can try on the other one.
Exactly. Because I have one that has like a higher rating because like I very rarely ever request on that one. Okay. Simply XY read 23 pages. That's really good for 20 minutes. K's Simple Alive, which by the way is Crystal. I did not know that. She texted me. She's like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh, just kidding. I didn't know that. Got 10 pages according to my Kindle. It's good so far. And Elizabeth is 14% into the book. Very nice. Is anything interesting happening or unexpected? Because I didn't expect blood and gore 3% in.
We've had children get kidnapped
Okay.
by evil monsters or godly figures or something mythological.
Okay.
It's funny, we've gotten into territory in the myths that I'm not as familiar with. Like Percy Jackson, I was like, oh, I know what most of these are. And Heroes of Olympus, I'm like, I know what most of these are. But this is like specifically Apollo, and I'm like, I actually don't know much about Apollo other than the fact that he is Artemis's brother, because that's the only part about him that matters.
Sorry. We're going to start reading again because the dogs are barking and I need to go on mute.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. That seems like a smart idea.
Right? Because I'm sure I'm like blowing out everyone's microphones. So 20 minutes.
Let's go.
Go. We're back.
Every
I got to 11. I got to 11% on that
I don't
one.
remember where I was. I got to 212 from, what was it, 186? Something like that.
Something like that.
Know. I'm not really paying attention to what pages I made. I'll figure that out when I'm done in Bookly. It'll tell me. So.
Right. I've always thought that, like, if you're not looking at the page numbers or you're not looking at the percentage in your Kindle, then you know it's a good book because you're not paying attention to that.
I mean, sometimes I do because I want to know how quickly I'm going to get to us. Like, when am I going to get to the part that gives me the answers? We got some answers. We got to figure some other stuff out.
There you go. Yeah. One of the things that I like about this book is that, like, she is not a good person, like, at all. Which is, like, so different from the first book. She's like the sweet little innocent. I mean, well, she starts out that way, and then, like, by this one, she just, like, straight up murders somebody. It's fine.
I might like her.
Okay. I mean, she's a character. I mean, she's very morally
You know how I feel about those morally gray girls. I enjoy them. I feel like we need more of them.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing. I think you would really, really like this book. It wouldn't, like, it's not what you normally read, but I think you would like it.
Just let me know if the romance ends badly. I don't want another 100 situation.
Well, I think, like, the romance is just not part of the story. But apparently, like, there's bonus in, like, if you pre-order this book, there's a bonus scene of, like, her and another girl. So, like, clear, which I can get on board for. All right, I got 20 pages. Okay, Simple Life got 14 pages.
I got 20 something.
That's good. That's the only thing I don't like about not having a physical book, because, like, I don't really know, like, percentage to, because the location on the Kindle app is not, because it's, when you're reading an ARC, it's really just a Word document. It's not like an actual book.
Well, if it gives me a percentage, I usually will calculate it based off of the pages.
Yeah, I can do that. I honestly, like, don't even know how many pages this is. I think it's, like, I think the last one was 650, and I think this one's bigger, so that's fun.
Is that Echo me or you?
Huh?
Is that Echo me or you?
I think it was you.
Okay, let me see if this helps.
I don't hear an echo.
Oh, okay. As long as no one else can hear it, then I guess it's fine.
I don't know. Shall we do one more?
Yes, let's do one more.
Cool. And then my food is here, so then
I'm making progress.
Isn't it so nice?
Yeah.
It's nice to have this, like, very calm and chill, like, time. And I don't, like, I listen to ambient, like, music, like piano music and rain and stuff like that. I don't ever put it on here because I feel like some people wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I have my own ambient music that I listen to. I have, I still listen to the one that I found that works the best for me is the Ravenclaw Common Room.
Oh, nice.
So
I love the fall ones, and they always show up right about this time, but it's like, you know, the fall leaves and the coffee shop and things like that. So I've been building a playlist because I'm going to do NaNoWriMo again.
I'm going to try and do NaNoWriMo again.
Are you?
Yep. That's the plan.
There hasn't been a year where you haven't done it, though. So I feel like I thought that was a given.
There have been a few years where I haven't done it, just not any years that I've been on BookTube.
Gotcha. I'm just going to go with it, but that's, you know, we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, we're going to do one more 20-minute sprint.
Okay.
And let me reset the timer. YouTube just needs like a replay button instead of like having to like go back and cool. All right. We'll see you in 20.
Okie dokie.
And we're back.
Yay!
I was just getting to this really good part, and I'm like, no, I don't want to put it down.
That's funny. Let's
That's okay. That's okay though, because then like when I go back to it, it'll be like I want to go back a lot faster.
Yep. I got 28 pages read.
Awesome. I got to 17%, so
I know.
more than I've done the
You
rest.
can't really see that. I'm now definitely past the halfway point.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one to talk about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. How did everybody do this time? Is the live show on your channel tomorrow?
I don't know because we didn't discuss that. It'll either be on my channel or Kenzie's channel because I don't think Kiera can do lives yet. She might. It's been a while, so she might be able to do lives at this point, but I don't know. So, but
Is there a certain threshold that you have to meet for lives?
no. So you can't do live shows on mobile, and for a while, the only way that Kiera was able to join in was through mobile because her computer camera or something was messed up.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
So I don't even know at this point if we are doing the live show this week. We might postpone it another couple of days.
There you go.
Which, I mean, would be okay with me considering I'm on page 240 of a 361-page book.
You got this.
So
is that one considered middle grade or is that young adult?
This one's still, well, so Apollo is 16 in this one, but it's still considered middle grade.
Gotcha.
Like I think Rick tends to write, this is a lot younger than the Heroes of Olympus, I think, but Rick's books sometimes tend to be towards the upper end of middle grade, like Heroes of Olympus and Magnus Chase series are both about definite like 15, 16-year-olds.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on these reading sprints, I guess. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Margaret will be back next week because we're going to have Vaultathon. So that's
spoiler alert. Brianna is one of the co-hosts. You heard it here first. You'll have to watch my video on Wednesday, hopefully, to find out who the others are.
And you'll also have it on Twitter too, right?
Yes, I will have it on Twitter as well. I do a whole thing now where I put the hosts and their pictures and all that jazz.
Fun. So anyway, so Monday is like the first day of the Vaultathon, which you should definitely check out the announcement video on her channel right now because there's still plenty of time to make a TBR and get the group book and all that fun stuff.
And you can this readathon is made so that you can use as few books as you need to
you can use the group book and that covers everything.
All of the book related prompts are covered by the group book.
So anyway, I'm going to try to have all of the co-hosts on Monday night to kind of kick off the readathon.
Yep, which I should probably let them know that.
Yeah, we should do that.
That they can come. They don't have to, but they can.
There you go. All right.
Well, Christine is watching.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in the comments, but who knows?
Nope. Usually she's there being
yelling first.
Yeah. I was like, I'll be nice about that. She drives me nuts. I love her, but it drives me nuts. I'm just like, oh my God, why? She only does it on my live shows too.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining, and we will see you all next week at 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And until then, happy reading.